Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. The epic storm is upon us. It's supposed to come in tonight. It's Saturday afternoon, about 2 o'clock, January 24th, 2026. And we're supposed to get like a ½ inch of ice maybe, and a couple inches of snow or sleet tonight. If you can see, we already got some snow early. They weren't calling for that. We weren't supposed to have any snow yet, but there's definitely some snow on the ground. So I got the hot tent, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is try to set up a tarp, since all that sleet and rain and who knows what's coming, snow, ice. So I'm gonna get a tarp set up and then probably the tent. So yeah, it's gonna be a good camp. So stay tuned and enjoy, because it's gonna be eventful. Okay, the temperature's hovering between 29 and 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The real feel is somewhere around 20 degrees. 24 degrees, sorry. I think that's somewhere around -2 Celsius, -1 Celsius. I'm not sure. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my tarp set up here. The fire pit's over here. I'm gonna try to do just a shed tarp, try to capture some of that heat from the fire. I figure we'll have a fire outside, and we'll also have the hot tent. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this spot cleaned up for the tarp and get that set up. Not too bad. See if I can't tighten that back line up, make it a little higher in the back, give me a little more headroom. Oh. Okay, I adjusted the back. I got a little bit more headroom. Should stay dry. Alright, tarp set up. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set up the tent. I'll set up the tent over here, and then we'll get some firewood processed. Temperature seems like it's dropping a little bit. It's been sleeting on and off, so alright, get the tent set up. At least we got shelter in case if it starts to sleet real hard. I'm gonna see if I can set this up where the stove is over there and the door is close to the tarp, so I can go back and forth in between the tent if it gets bad without getting too wet. or knocked out by ice. Who knows what's gonna happen. The storm did track a little bit north of what they were saying, but we're still supposed to get a ½ inch of ice, and they said maybe an inch or two of sleet or snow. So at first they were saying, you know, 12 inches of snow. Crazy. We're supposed to get snow and ice tonight and possibly tornadoes tomorrow, so who knows. Okay, this is my setup. I come right out that door and under the tarp if I need to. Looks like I need to put a line on the tarp. I tied this string for the tent. This line for the tent, I tied it to the tarp right here to pull the tarp, but I think it made a little wrinkle down there at the bottom. Maybe I can adjust that stake or something, or put another guideline on it right there. But I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's home for the night. Probably should edit that part out, but I'll leave it. About time for a new chimney pipe. This one's getting pretty bent up. Okay, I got my spark arrestor on the top and the chimney secured. I definitely need a new chimney. Look at that thing. I don't know how it got bent like that. Last time I hot tent camped, I don't think it was bent like that. I don't know. But it'll be fine for tonight. But yeah, I'll definitely have to order a new chimney pipe. So anyway, there's the stove all set up. And while I was putting the chimney cap on, you can see there was some sleet that came down, a real quick little burst of sleet. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get some firewood cut. Okay, the temperature's dropping a little bit. Actually, the real temperature is like 31. It went up a degree, but the real feel has dropped down to like 19, 20. So it's getting cold. If you've watched the channel, then you know that I got firewood already cut. I just got to split it and make some kindling. And if you don't watch the channel, go back and watch my last video where I cut down some trees on the property here to get ready for this storm. And I brought some out here and stacked it for the camp tonight because I knew we were gonna camp. So yeah, all I gotta do is split some up. I don't have to go find any. That's nice, especially in these temperatures with the sleet starting. It's starting to sleet a little bit right now. So yeah, 1/2 inch of ice tonight. That's gonna be pretty serious. So let me go ahead and get some wood cut. Okay, I'm gonna process up some kindling to get the fire started. Okay, if you watch the channel, then you know that I found some really good fat wood the other day. I did a video about it. If you haven't seen the video, go back and watch the video. Finally, somebody commented on that video about the fat wood and how I spelt it, and I was like, yeah, you're right, because it's supposed to be K-N-O-T, like knot, like a knot in the wood, but I spelled it the other way because I was curious if anybody, you know, has seen or heard of that before, and I wanted somebody to correct me, you know, to show that they really knew what it was. So thank you. I can't remember the subscriber's name. I think he's a subscriber, but I can't remember his name. But thank you for commenting on that video, and I'm glad somebody finally commented on it, because I was asking for comments and I was like, maybe nobody's ever heard of it called that, but I'm glad that somebody finally commented. But anyway, I got some fat wood. I'm just gonna go ahead and make some shavings. This stuff is so good too. You don't need much of it. Look at that, it's beautiful fat wood. Quits flying away. pieces that flew away. Don't want to waste it, it's so good. There's a big piece over there. Alright, that should be plenty. Oh, you can smell it. That's how good fatwood it is. You could just smell it. It smells like a antique furniture shop. That's not fatwood, but we'll take it. Alright, I guess let's go ahead and get the fire started out here in the fire pit. And that's all it takes with that fatwood. This will catch nice. That's why I like fatwood. Pine cones. All right, let's just give that a minute to get fired up, and maybe we'll make a cup of tea. All right, while that fire gets going, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up a few more things. Got my camp table here. I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. I got some Earl Grey black tea. I like the black tea. I'm not a green tea drinker. Yeah, the temperature's really dropping. It's getting cold. I'm gonna sit here and finish this tea. Get it on my jacket. Sit here, finish this tea, and then think about maybe getting some dinner started. It's probably about 4:30, but I think it's gonna get dark pretty early tonight, so probably want to go ahead and get some dinner going. Got something good for dinner tonight. I thought maybe if the weather was too bad, I'd have to cook in the tent, but it's not sleeting right now. I just looked at the radar and there's definitely some sleet and freezing rain coming this way, maybe even some snow. So radar said about an hour. So probably want to get dinner going. Hopefully I'm not in the middle of cooking and then it comes and I have to move inside because I don't even have the fire going in there. Oh, this tea's good though. Okay everyone, I just finished that cup of tea and it started to rain, sleet, I don't know, it's like a mixture of rain and a mixture of ice. So I don't know about cooking outside. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and organize my gear real quick and set up my sleep system so my sleeping bag can start lofting up, and then maybe do some of the prep work for dinner, and then see what it's doing at that point, whether I'm gonna cook outside or try to get the stove going inside the tent. So I don't know if you can hear in the camera, but it's sleeting pretty good right now. It'll loft up. Hopefully I stay warm. Yep, that's the sleep system for tonight. All right. Oh, temperature's dropping. It's really cold. You can look at the top of the tent here. Check this out. It's water, but it's melted because but it's ice too. It's freezing right in place. Hope my tent don't sag. Okay everyone, it's sleeting pretty good now. And a little bit of rain mixed in there, but as soon as the rain sits on something for a second, it freezes. So looks like we're gonna get a bunch of freezing rain. That's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some dinner prepped. I'm gonna make chicken fajitas. Got a fajita packet, and I got an onion and a bell pepper. And I went ahead and cut a chicken breast up before I came out here, so I didn't have to touch some raw chicken and stuff. I don't have a lot of water to wash my hands and stuff, so I just went ahead and cut that up ahead of time. Also, when I was at Walmart, they had this on clearance. I don't know if you can see that. It is Italian Asian fusion. It's sweet and spicy sauce. It's balsamic reduction with chili pepper sauce and ponzu. So, yeah, I figured I'd try it out. It was on the clearance, and I was like, I want to try that out. So I'm gonna put a little of that on my chicken when it's cooking, see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner prepped up, and then maybe we'll start cooking. It's starting to get a little dark too. It's early. I think it's only like 4:45, but it's starting to get pretty dark. So I might have to get some lights out. I don't know if you guys can see me real well, but yeah. Just gonna stick everything on my plate because I want to cook the chicken first. So I'll cut this stuff up and just stick it on my plate. Bell pepper's almost frozen. Throw that over there for the raccoons. I don't know if they eat bell peppers, but we'll find out. I'm really not that hungry. I ate a big breakfast, ate some fresh eggs and some fresh bacon from the pigs, and yeah, I'm really not that hungry. I'm gonna cut these in half so they fit in the pan better. I just have that one frying pan. I'm gonna cook the chicken first, and then I'll just throw all these vegetables in with it. I brought some tortillas. Maybe I'll try to heat them up. I don't know how. I don't think I have any aluminum foil. I could stick them in that frying pan, but they'd be cold till everything else was done, unless I do it at the end. I guess I'm just gonna eat cold tortillas. Hopefully they're not frozen. I don't know. I might have a piece of aluminum foil. I usually keep one in my bag. Small little piece. Let me see if I got some. It's probably not even enough to wrap the tortillas though. Maybe I could spread it out and throw the tortillas on top of it. I don't know. We'll see. Got an onion here. Ooh, that's a strong onion. I'm gonna start crying. There's a little bird right there. Can you guys see that? Look, look. See that little bird? It was trying to get that piece of bell pepper that I threw over there. He's gonna get it, watch. No, he wanted it. He went over and picked it up. Maybe he doesn't like bell pepper. He's like, oh, I thought it was steak. No steak around here, bro. I don't know if you guys can hear that sleet hitting the tarp in the tent, but it's coming down pretty good. And the temperature feels like it is dropping. Okay, so I got the onion and the bell pepper cut up. That's pretty much all the prep I gotta do. The chicken's already cut up, so. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add the vegetables. Oh, this smells so good. That smells so good. Just let that cook a minute. Uh-oh, gotta get some more water boiling. It's raining or sleeting, I don't know. It's kind of like right on the line between rain and sleet right now. Man, that smells so good. Pretty sure that all this rain is just gonna freeze here in just probably an hour. I'm gonna put some of this on there while it's cooking. This stuff smells really good. You know what? Let's put a little bit more on. I hope it's good. It smells good. It's getting dark quick. Hopefully you guys are seeing this okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add the fajita seasoning. Oh, this smells so good. I'm getting hungry now. Need to add a tiny little bit of water. I'd say that's done. That looks delicious. That balsa vinegar. So, we got some tortillas here that are cold. Hopefully they're not frozen. No, they're not too bad. And I got this wonderful stuff. I mean, oh, it smells so good. So I'm just gonna put a little of this on my tortilla. Just gonna put a little of this on my tortilla right here. Get some of that chicken. Oh, it smells so good. Give me some more chicken. Oh, that smells delicious. And I got some cheese. I got the triple cheddar. That's the good stuff there. I love cheddar cheese. I'm just gonna load it up. Look at that. That looks amazing. And of course, you can't have a fajita without some hot sauce. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go with the fire because that sauce I put in here had chilies in it, and I don't know how hot it is, so I'm just gonna stick with the fire sauce. Yeah, boy, that is gonna be good. Cheers. That is really good. Delicious. It was really good. That sauce, really good. I'm gonna have to get a light out because I don't think you guys can see me. It just got really dark. Good. Starting to get cold. It's a little spicy. Pretty good though. Well, I'm gonna finish eating this. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm gonna finish eating this. Then I'm gonna get a light out so you guys can see me. And probably make another one. Probably definitely make another one. They're really good. All right, I'll catch you guys in a few. Whew. All right, I ate one. I'm fixing to make another one. These are good. I got the light out. Hopefully you guys can see me now. Ugh. Yeah, these are delicious. It's freezing rain right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the tarp, but it's coming down decent. I looked at the top of the tent. It's turning to ice, like a big sheet of ice on top of the tent. So that's not good. With all this ice and freezing rain, I worry about the trees, you know, coming down. I looked around pretty good and make sure there was no dead limbs above me. So hopefully nothing falls on my head. This is delicious. I don't know. Can you guys see it? It is so good. It's getting cold too. I think it's down to almost, I think it's 29 right now. So yeah. Got another fire sauce? Yeah. I'm gonna have to get up and put some more wood on the fire. The rain, ice, whatever, is trying to put it out. I'm probably gonna want to go stand by that after I eat because I'm a little chilly. I got wet, so that's not good. Look at that. Hopefully you can see it. Good. Very good. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna eat this and then we'll see where it goes. I made another cup of tea, but
I think it's about time to have a beer. But that tea was tasting so good. That tea tastes really good. Yeah. Well, let me finish this. There might be enough to make one more. And see if I'm going to eat another one. And then I'll bring you guys back and, I don't know, get the fire stoked up. Maybe light the stove in the tent just so I can warm up and melt some of the ice off the top of the tent. But yeah, let me eat and then we'll get something done. Okay, everyone, I'm done eating. I couldn't finish that last one. There's enough to make one more in that frying pan. I just put my plate over it like that. I might eat it later, but I can't eat it right now. And it is getting really cold. I just split a little bit more wood for the fire out here. Make sure I have enough in there for tonight. So, yeah. Just having a cup of tea. I was gonna have a beer, but it's a little chilly. So, I don't know. I might have one after this cup of tea. But I am thinking about going ahead and getting the stove in the tent started so it can kind of start warming up in there. It's only 6 o'clock, but if I get some coals in there, then when I'm ready to go to bed, I can just throw some wood on it and don't have to mess with it. So I'm thinking about doing that. And I cleaned up most of my dinner mess other than this frying pan with this little bit of food. So yeah, go ahead and get the stove going, let it warm up in the tent. There's ice all over the tent. Look, it's weighing it down. Oh, it's not all frozen. There's some liquid over there. But, yeah. There's a big pile of ice right there, look. And look, it's all ice. And it's only 6 o'clock. I think it's like 10 after 6. So, when the temperature really drops down, it's gonna be a big sheet of ice. Look at that, it's ice. Yeah, it's straight ice.
All right, we'll let that warm up. Should be fine. But it is really sleeting right now. I don't know if you can hear it on the tarp, but it is coming down, and all that water on the tarp's turned to ice except for just a tiny little bit. So I think it's time for a beer. I'm gonna go ahead and have a beer. Hopefully you can see that. Good old trusty Yingling. And I'm just gonna enjoy the night. Let it rain, sleet, whatever it's doing. Nice and dry under here. I just put some more wood on the fire out here. It's trying to catch. It got a little wet from the sleet. It was going out, so I put some more wood on it. Hopefully it catches. Hopefully my stove in there is catching. It was going good. I seen flames, but now I just see red ash. I know it didn't burn all that wood yet, so. But the temperature is dropping, and I got wet from kneeling on the ground, you know, and stuff. My legs are wet, my feet are wet, so it's pretty chilly. Just hoping to get the fire going, maybe dry out a little bit, but it's really coming down right now, so I don't know. I just looked at my phone. It's 28 degrees with sleet. You can see my breath. Yeah, with sleet coming down, freezing rain, sleet, a little bit of rain. I haven't seen much snow. It snowed good this morning. By the time I got out here and turned the camera on, a lot of it had melted though. But it was a good covering, dusting. Yeah, I almost went camping last night, and I figured, oh, we could wake up to it, but they kept saying it wasn't going to come in till later tonight, so I didn't want to waste the night and go camping and then it not come in, you know. So tonight's supposed to be the better night, but like I said, the storm moved north. We're not getting near what the epic storm that I said, and I'm sorry for that. I can't control the weather, but you know, I was hoping for it so I could get a good video for you guys, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. It might be a big sheet of ice in the morning. It might just be a soggy, wet, rainy mess. I don't know. They don't know because they keep changing it. So, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully everybody's still watching this one. Watch it till the end, because who knows what we're gonna wake up to. But it's only like 6:45 right now, so I'm just gonna sit here and relax a little bit and see what this weather's gonna do, you know. I think I need to go check my stove in the tent though, because I think it might have went out. Some of them little twigs I grabbed had ice all over them. They were up in the air, they weren't on the ground, but they had a coating of ice all over them, so I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going. I'll have to go in there and see if I can't get it going. Oh, yeah. So, get it nice and hot in there, and close the side door here. Sorry, the GoPro just turned off. I don't know why. It's got almost a full battery. Maybe it's the cold. I don't know. That's the crappy thing about the GoPros, you know. If I try filming in the summertime, they turn off because they get too hot in just a short amount of time. And now if it's turning off because it's getting cold, then you gotta have the ideal temperature to use a GoPro. What good is that? Man, I just got a whiff of something that smelled like somebody's making brownies or something. Baking brownies on a cold winter night, I guess. I don't know. I smelled brownies. It's not like any of my neighbors are super close.
So I don't know how I'd smell brownies from their house, and I'm pretty sure my wife ain't at home making brownies. So I don't know. I smelled brownies though. Yep, it's pretty frigid out here. Getting a little bit of heat from that fire over here, but not much, especially when you're wet. And there's a dog. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but there's a dog. It's barking way in the distance. I mean, it's not my neighbor's dog or anything. It's way in the distance. But you can hear it's been barking for like 2 hours straight. I don't know if they just stuck it outside in this sleet and cold or what, but that thing's been barking for like 2 hours, maybe 3. So, yeah, if you hear a dog barking, it's not Maverick or Sky. Somebody else's dog. Oh, I brought my rain jacket in case if it was pouring down rain, because they weren't sure what it was going to do. Snow, sleet, rain. They didn't know. Matter of fact, the weather app on my phone, that's what it said. It could sleet, it could rain, it could freeze rain, or it could snow. I'm like, oh, thanks for the info. Well, obviously it's gonna do something, you know. But anyway, I brought my rain jacket. I might need it in the morning. I don't know. They're saying it's gonna be raining in the morning, but I don't see how. It's gonna be like 28, 29 degrees. I don't see how it's gonna be raining. But we'll see. It's definitely too cold to rain right now. I mean, that's pretty much sleet coming down, or maybe freezing rain, but whatever it is, it's making ice. Cheers. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's some sleet coming down. It's real fine right now. It was heavier a minute ago, but I had to move a little closer to the fire. This is chilly. Whew. I don't know if you can see behind me in the tent, but the stove in the tent's going good now too. So probably gonna drink this beer and then move into there. Might take my food in there and heat it up on the wood stove and make another one of those fajitas. They were pretty good. I also brought some spicy ramen noodles too, but I don't think I want to eat those. I'd rather eat the food I got cooked, so probably just heat that up and make one in there. Whew. Yeah, it's chilly. Definitely chilly. A little bit of sleet coming down. The way they were talking when the storm was coming, we were going to get, 12 to 18 inches of snow, and I should have knew better. That never happens. But it did one time back in '93. Yeah, got like 36 inches of snow in this area. So it can happen. They kept saying, oh, we're sure. Yeah, I don't know. But still a fun night. I'm enjoying it. We'll see what we wake up to in the morning. Seems like deja vu. If you all watched my last hot tent camp, there was supposed to be all this snow, and we got some flurries after I got back to the house. But yeah, we got more snow this morning than we did that night or that day. So I don't know. But keep you guys' hopes up because uh, it could possibly happen next weekend. They're calling for more snow next weekend. It's supposed to be straight, fluffy snow, not sleet and ice and all that. So if it comes, I will be back out here again trying to get a good snowy camp. You know, it's hard when you live somewhere where you don't get a whole lot of snow, and I enjoy, camping in the snow. It's about time to get a new windbreak log. That one's actually drying out, starting to burn. I'm gonna have to dump some water on that tonight. It's smoldering pretty good. It was full of snow and ice. I like to find an old, wet, dead, real soaking wet on the ground log to use as your windbreak for your fire, because usually they won't catch on fire, they'll just smolder. And that's what this one's done for so long, but now it's actually looks like it's trying to catch on fire. That's not good. Definitely want to dump a little bit of water on that tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and finish this beer and probably go get in the tent, maybe heat up my food. It's still sleeting. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's real fine. Okay, everyone, I moved into the tent. The fire's still going out there. I'm watching it. The door's still open, the screen's open. I closed the little door over here behind me. But I moved into the tent, sprawled out. Trying to decide whether I want one more beer or if I want a cup of tea. Might do one more beer and then a cup of tea. It's still early. I think it's like a little after 8. It's still sleeting out there. There's a lot of ice on the tent. You hear it slide off? Yeah, it's building up out there. It's definitely going to be a big sheet of ice on everything tomorrow if it doesn't rain. If it rains, then of course it'll melt it all, but if it keeps going like this, it'll be a big sheet of ice in the morning. Or worse. But got a nice fire going in here. Feel a little bit of heat. I checked that stovepipe. It's really bent. I gotta order a new one for sure. But it's venting fine. And it's not glowing red or anything, and got a good fire going, so I mean it's fine. What'll happen if it gets windy, it'll bend over the rest of the way and seal it off, and then it won't vent. So definitely want to get a new one. I've used that one quite a bit, so it's time. They don't last forever, you roll them up, you roll them out, they get bent up. They're real flimsy, so yeah, you could order them. They're not, well, the titanium ones I think are almost $50, but I'd rather have a nice one, chance camping in the wind and that thing bend over, then you're screwed. You can't have a fire. So I like the other ones that fit together, that aren't the ones that you roll out, but they take up so much room. And you got a big old box that you're carrying with your stove and stuff. So this one packs down a lot smaller. You could even strap it to your backpack if you had to. I just carry it because I'm right here, but you could actually go for a small hike in somewhere and strap that to your backpack and carry your tent, you know. So, but yeah. Oh, it's a little warmer in here. It was getting cold out there. My feet and my lower half of my legs are wet, so they were getting cold. The rest of me is nice and warm, but legs and feet, pretty chilly. Ooh. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be doing more right now. I thought it was at least gonna be dumping sleet or dumping freezing rain, but I mean, it's still coming down, but barely. I looked at the radar. It looks like we're supposed to be getting a bunch of sleet and freezing rain soon, but it's like gets right to us and then it just never comes. So, well, sounds like it's picking up a little bit now that I said something. But yeah, it's pretty chilly. It's weird because, like I said, the temperature is not that cold at all, but the real feel is what gets you. I guess we could have one more, but then I'm making a cup of tea. That tea is good and it warms you up. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Definitely can't sleep with this door open. Especially if it sleets a bunch, it'll be sagging, cave in. So, I'll have to close that in a little bit. I did bring my food in here. I got it right here. If I want to just throw it on there and heat it up. But, I don't know. Pretty stuffed. I don't like wasting food though, so if I don't eat it, I might stick it in that Ziploc bag and stick it out there in the cold so it lasts till tomorrow. It was good though. That balsa and chili peppers sauce was really good. That made it the bomb. I hear sirens off in the distance. I hope somebody didn't crash. There's definitely ice on the roads. Has to be ice on the roads. It feels like the temperature's dropping. I can feel the cool air coming in this door, just pouring in. I don't want to close the door though until that fire burns down out there so I can watch it. That's the only bad thing about this tent is there's really not a window in it. You gotta have that big flap up, and this whole side's a window, or you gotta have those A-frame doors open, and then that's a window. But I don't know. Guess there really wasn't a way to put a window in it, because you got this big door that's an awning. Said we could have thunder and lightning storms in the morning. I don't know. It's too cold for that. Plus, if it's gonna heat up in the morning. Like I said, I think it's 28 right now. Sure is peaceful though. There's not a lot of traffic tonight because the roads are in bad conditions. Nobody wants to drive. It's just nice and peaceful tonight. Nice relaxing night. That sleep picked up. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the camera, but it picked up quite a bit. I sure love hot tent camping. It's nothing better than a cold night. Get in your tent, got your fire going, you can cook in here, you can just, I don't know. I just really like hot tent camping. I think I like hot tent camping. This is my most favorite thing to do is hot tent camping. I don't really like camping in the summers, man. The mosquitoes and the freaking gnats, and you gotta wear all that bug spray, and then you go to sleep with all that bug spray on. Yeah, I don't really care for summer camping too much. Fall, when it starts to get cold, even though there's still a little bit of bugs out, that's not bad. And early spring, before all the bugs get out, you know, you can still, it's warm enough where you can be dressed down a little bit and not have so many clothes on for like winter time. And you can, I don't know, you can do more things, I guess, with it being a little bit warmer. That's nice. But my favorite camp is in the winter with a hot tent. I really like this hot tent. It's got some really nice features, but there's things I don't like about it. Size-wise, I think it's for just me now with Maverick, because I mean he goes camping with me sometimes, and it'd be a little tight in here with me and Maverick. But I'm always scared to bring him hot tent camping though, because I'm afraid he's gonna mess with the stove or knock it over or knock the tent into the side of it, you know. Because he's a big dog and there's not a lot of room in here. So I think I'm gonna invest in like one of those TP ones that's got a lot more room, and then I won't feel so bad about Maverick coming, you know. It's gonna be a lot harder for him to knock the tent into the stove in that bigger tent. But he will try to go mess with the stove, I think. But once he learns it's hot, like as long as he don't stick his nose to it, you know. Yeah. He's good about staying away from hot stuff. Like I have him around the campfires and stuff, and he's real good about staying away from that stuff. But I do worry about I do worry about him going up and sticking his nose on the stove or something. That would be terrible. I don't think he'll do it, but just have to be careful the first couple times. I've never took him hot tent camping. He's went camping with me several times though. I went camping on an island in the middle of the river down in Florida, and he went with me, and he was good. And we took a canoe and paddled over to the island, and he didn't try to jump out of the canoe or anything. He was good. He slept in the tent. He's got his own sleeping bag and sleeping mat, made for dogs, you know, and he loved it. He slept in the tent, and it was cold that night, you know, down in the 40s, which is pretty cold for Florida. And he snuggled right up to me, and yeah, he didn't mind sleeping in the tent at all. We went to the island camping a couple of times, and then I took him a couple other camp trips, and like I said, he was good. So he's camped out here with me a couple times too. Thing about camping out here is he knows the property and he wants to run back to the house, and getting his warm bed. So, yeah, he always wants to run back to the house when I camp out here with him. But if we're not near the house and we're camping, he's really good. But I just worry about him in these small hot tents with the stove so close, and him being a big dog. And I mean, even if he just turned around right here and his tail got near the stove, you know, he just don't have enough room in here. If I had one of them bigger TP ones, he'd probably be fine. So probably gonna invest in getting one of them so he can go. I wanted to get out on the trails this year and this fall and winter and do some camping, but things just didn't work out. We had all the surprise issues on the farm with the pigs and everything, and I just didn't have the time to get away. But I'm trying to plan a canoe trip down the river, like a 3-nighter. Trying to get maybe a couple people to go with me. So that's kind of in the works. It might be a while. It might not be this year. It might be next year. But I'm working on getting something together like that, like a 3-night canoe trip down the river. I think that would be fun. Some of the issues is getting somebody to pick us up because we're not paddling back upstream. And my wife doesn't drive, so yeah, that's a big issue, is trying to get people lined up to pick us up. And it'd be cool to have somebody to go with me, you know. I'd probably take Maverick with me on that one. He rides good in the canoe, and we'll probably go in the early summer or late summer where it's not the heat of the summer. But yeah, I'm trying to get that put together. So other than that, just working on the farm. We got our seedlings, so a lot of our seedlings started for the spring garden. Hopefully this cold, and we're supposed to get record colds next week. I'm talking like a week with nothing above freezing, so, or the warmest temperature right at freezing. So hopefully it doesn't kill our seedlings. They're in the building, so they should be okay. It don't usually get below freezing in there, but if it stays cold for that long, it could possibly get below freezing in there if I'm not out there running that kerosene heater all the time, because I don't let it run when I'm not down there. So it does have a thermostat on it, though. It will turn on and off on its own, but I just don't trust it to be doing that when I'm not around. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get below freezing in the building and kill our seedlings. We got quite a bit of stuff going. All early spring stuff, you know, the cooler weather stuff. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. We got our stuff that we need to plant in the garden right away as soon as the ground is thawed out enough where we can till it. It's our carrots and beets and stuff like that. I don't usually start those inside, so, but the broccoli, the cabbage, the cauliflower, the lettuce, celery, all that stuff I start inside. Everything else I just plant in the ground. And then come the end of February, we'll start getting our seeds planted started for like peppers and tomatoes. Usually I start those like the end of February inside. So yeah, it's a never-ending chore. Pigs are doing good. I had to sneak back there right before I cooked dinner. I ran back and fed the pigs. So whew. This green ash is some really good firewood. It burns long and hot. I'm really enjoying it. Shame I had to cut those trees down, but they were dead. At least I'm using the wood, you know, for something decent. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's really sleeting bad now. Pretty sure it's sleeting, not rain. Oh yeah, did you hear all that ice fall off the tent? Whew, it's building up. Okay, I'm outside the tent. Look at all that ice. Look at all that, it's on the tent right there. Look at it all. And that's on the tent where it's so hot in there. Yeah, that's pretty much frozen. Yeah, it's still sleeting out here pretty bad. I mean, it's not. Can you see it on me? Yeah, you can see it coming down. It looks like rain on the camera, but it's little pieces of ice. Yeah, it's little pieces of ice. Oh. It's so hot in that tent though. I don't want to go back in there. But it is chilly out here. Plus I'm sweating now. I'm really cold. I thought I just seen some snowflakes. Yeah, it's snowing. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it's snowing. It's sleeting and snowing. And raining. It's doing everything. That's what they said it was gonna do. It's doing everything. Yeah, look at the snow. Yep. There's ice all over that tarp. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back in, make a cup of tea, and just chill out for a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back out and see what it's doing, because it's definitely picking up. Just since I've been out here, it's picked up. And it's snowing and sleeting at the same time. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and chill for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back out. So, I guess I'll bring you guys back when I come back out. Okay, everyone. I came out of the tent for a minute, cool off. It's hot in there. I went ahead and ate the rest of that chicken fajita. It was pretty good. It's about 10 o'clock now. It's getting late. While I was in there eating the last little bit of that chicken fajita, it was sleeting like crazy out here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything, but look at this tree. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is completely coated with ice. Yeah, there's ice out here everywhere. The ground is like frozen. Look at the tarp over here. That's all ice. Yeah, it's frozen solid. Tent's covered too. I think some of that's melted because it's so hot in there, but some of it's ice still. If you look back here, I don't know if you can see it. There's big piles of ice where it's coming off of the tarp. Yeah. So, and it's still sleeting a little bit, real fine. I don't know if you can see it, but real fine. But it was coming down a minute ago while I was eating. So, yeah, it's supposed to do this all night. Freezing rain, sleet. So, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go get in the tent and probably think about maybe going to sleep. So, yeah, let me get in the tent and then I'll bring you guys back before I go to sleep. But it's still sleeting out here, and it's holding true with the temperature. You can still see my breath. I think it's like 29 right now. I think it went up a degree. It was 28, so, but, which is weird. Went up a degree at night with all this sleet and freezing rain coming. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get in the tent and bring you guys back before I go to sleep. Oh, all right, everyone. It's about 10:30. Still about 29 or 30. I think it went up another degree. I think it's 30 degrees out there now. Still sleeting slightly. Kind of sounds like it's trying to be rain and not sleet. I stoked the fire back up because it got a little chilly in here. I had the door open over there and I let that burn almost completely out, so I just got it going again. Made another cup of tea. Just kind of sitting here listening to the sleet hit the tent. It's kind of nice. Having a cup of tea and listen to the sleet. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's making me sleepy though, that sound. It's almost like rain. So, it's gonna get hot in here. I need to slow this burn down a little bit. Let me close this a little bit. Oh. Slow it down a little bit. I don't want it to get baking in here again. It's nice temperature right now. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know if I want to stoke this thing up. It's not that cold. I don't want it to be baking in here. So, might just let that burn out and call it good. Alright, everyone. It's getting hot in here again. It's really sleeting out there, too. You can hear it hitting the tent. It's making me sleepy. Oh, I think I'm gonna finish this cup of tea and then probably try to get some sleep. Oh, I have to take some of these clothes off. It's hot in here. I don't really want the stove to go completely out, but I don't want to keep it burning. It's too hot. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this tea and get to bed. If anything interesting happens, I'll definitely turn the camera back on and show you guys. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Good night, everybody. Hello, everyone. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it got really cold. I mean, it's only 33 out there. It actually warmed up, but the wind picked up, and it was freezing in here. I had to get the stove started again. It was so cold. That wind is whipping out there. It's probably about, I don't know, it's got to be gusts of 40 out there. And the rain, I think it's raining, I don't know. It sounds like chunks of ice, but it sounds like rain too. It definitely was raining at a little while ago, but it sounds like it's like ice now, I don't know. But it was freezing in here. I mean, 34 is not cold, but, or 33, I think it's 33, but that's not cold. But with that wind, it was freezing in here. I couldn't sleep. I had to get up and light that fire. So I'm just letting it warm up in here. And yeah. I just want to give you guys an update. I'm gonna let it warm up in here a minute and then try to get some more sleep. I'm pretty tired. But I'll bring you guys back if anything happens. Good morning, everyone. It's like 7:15, and it's a bad storm out there. That wind is kicking, and it's cold. I think it's only like 34, but with that wind, it's cold. I just looked at the radar, and there's a bunch of yellows and reds coming this way. And that wind has been whipping out there. I don't know if anything's blown down out there or not. It's pretty strong wind though. I'm thinking maybe that tarp blew down that I put up out there. My food bag was on that post, on that stick that was holding the tarp up, so hopefully my food ain't all blowing around. But yeah, the reds and yellows that are coming look pretty scary, and they were calling for tornadoes today, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I just stuck some more wood in the fire, but in the stove, but it's not really catching. It is cold though, that wind. Oh. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do though. I'd like to get this fire going and make a cup of coffee or tea, wake up a minute, and then decide what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna just try to pack up and get out of here, or hang out and make some breakfast. It's really raining though, and windy. I really don't want to pack up the tent and that. I might just pack up my gear and get out of here and leave the tent and come get it later when the rain stops. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Make sure the stove's out and just get all my stuff and get out of here and come back when the rain stops this afternoon and break the tent down. I'm not sure though. We'll see. But I definitely want to get some coffee or tea or something. So I'm gonna try to get this fire going, get a cup of tea or coffee, and then go from there and see what the weather's gonna do. I mean, it's been really windy, but it hasn't really been blowing the tent. But I did hear it blowing the tarp around, so hopefully the tarp's not all tore up or blown away. Oh, I'm tired. I didn't sleep good last night. The wind and the cold and the stove went out. So, yeah, I did not sleep good. But let me try to get this stove going and get some coffee in me. And then we'll go from there. Wow. You guys hear that wind? Man, it's supposed to get worse. I got the fire going. I got some water heating up for coffee or tea. Oh, man. I'm tired and cold. I'll let it warm up in here, get some coffee, and then, I don't know, I'll probably start organizing and packing up the gear that's in here. And then see where it goes. I'm gonna peek outside after it warms up, get my jacket on and stuff. Oh, there went the light. Yeah, the light fell over. I think the wind blew the tent and knocked the light over. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna let it get warm in here, get my jacket on and stuff, and pack up in here, get some coffee, and then go outside and see what's going on out there. It's really windy though. I'm sure that tarp is blown down. And probably some branches and stuff. Well, I wasn't expecting it to get this windy. So, well, the stovepipe's holding in there. I did put straps on it, so, but it's all bent out there. I'm surprised it didn't fall over. That would have been bad. That would have been real bad. But yeah, I'll get some coffee and warm up a minute, and then I'll start getting some clothes on, and oh, here comes the rain. I don't want to go out there in that. I don't know what time it's supposed to stop raining either. I know I'll put a picture up of the radar, but it's pretty bad. And I don't really want to be out here in really bad winds with this fire and that bad flue pipe. But I ain't gonna stay out here without a fire because it's chilly. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some coffee and start packing some of this stuff up in here, and then we'll go see what it looks like outside if it's not pouring. But that wind is whipping. Hang in there, little stovepipe. We'll get a new one after this. Hang in there for this. Alright. I'm gonna just wake up a minute, let this water heat up, and get some coffee. I'll bring you guys back in a minute.
You hear that wind and rain out there? Cheers. That's good. Nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning. I got the vent open behind me here, and the air is just pouring in right on me. Oh. Yeah, it's picking up out there. I think my best bet is probably go ahead and get packed up in here. And that way, if it gets really, really bad, I can just get out of here. I can leave the tent. I can come back later and get it. There's a bug. It's too cold for bugs. What kind of bug is that? I don't know what that was. Some kind of beetle or something. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just, you know, if that stovepipe was in better condition, I'd just hang out here, you know. But with that stovepipe being like that, if it gets too windy, that thing's gonna fold in half, and then it's gonna be a mess. So, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this coffee, wake up, and I guess start packing up some of this stuff and organizing it, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, let me get this done, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. Alright, it's been about an hour. I just been sitting here drinking some coffee, warming up. It is pouring rain out there. Oh, I don't want to go out there. I packed up most of the stuff in here. I got my sleeping bag packed up. I've just got my mat out. I'm laying on it. Most of the stuff's cleaned up in here. Just a few things I gotta still do, but yeah, I'm just dreading going out there in that rain. I was hoping there'd be a little break in it. Just kind of hanging out here for a minute to see if it's gonna let up. Well, no, I thought it was gonna let up. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna pack up what I can, and probably just gonna leave the tent here and come back this afternoon and pack it up. I don't want to pack it up with it being this wet. And it'll be a good test to see if it leaks. So far, it's been real dry. It's a little wet on this wall here behind me, but I think mainly from condensation from the temperatures differences from having the stove on. It's not like leaking or anything, but the wall's wet. But it's funny because this wall over here is not that wet. It's mainly just this wall behind me. But that is where all the trees are, you know, and the temperature's weird over there. I don't know. But I'm impressed with this tent as far as not leaking. I've only had it in the rain a couple times, and it was just a light rain, and it was good. But this has been like a torrential downpour. I thought for sure we'd have issues, but it's staying nice and dry in here, so yeah, it's the first time I had it in this bad of weather as this. I mean, it's really bad out there. It comes in sheets, and the wind, I mean, it's pretty bad. The wind did let off a little bit. There's like a gust every now and then, but it's not that constant wind that was going on earlier. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna hang out in here a little bit longer, see if it breaks. I finish cleaning up this little bit of stuff, and then I'll bring you guys back when we go outside, see what that tarp. I haven't even looked out there. I bet you that tarp's all knocked down, and hopefully it's not ripped up. But my chair, my table's out there too, probably getting wet. So, yep, that's the fun of camping in the rain. It was supposed to be snow, not rain.
All right, I finally got out of the tent. There's a little bit of a break in the rain, but there's more coming. So I'm gonna hurry up and get what I can packed up. I'm gonna leave the tent and the stove out here, but I'm gonna pack everything else up. Look at what happened to the tarp. That stovepipe held up though. It's a wobbling, but it held up. Okay, so the stove's almost out. There's just a little bit of red ash in there. I'm gonna stir it before I leave, but I'm gonna kind of just fold up this tarp and carry it back to the house and stretch it out and let it dry before I roll it up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up while I can before the rain comes back. And I want to thank everybody for watching and sticking around till the end. I know this wasn't the video I thought it was going to be, and it shocked me too. You know, I thought for sure it was going to be a lot more ice and snow and stuff, and it ended up just being a little bit of ice and a lot of rain and wind. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and thanks again. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you haven't seen some of my other videos, go watch them. Some of them are pretty good. It's not all camping. You know, we got a homestead here, we got a little mini farm, and a lot of the videos are of that. But I do some camping, and that wind is really cold and it's blowing and the rain's starting to pick back up. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and get this stuff cleaned up. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.